Cancer, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early September 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's up for the Cancerians. I hope you're all well, my friends. But my guides, talk to me. What do we got for the Cancer Collective here in early September? And yeah, we're just going to look at this first card super quick, then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself, and at the very end I'll pull you a bonus card with the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which I always find interesting. Let's get this going, shall we? What's up with the Cancers, please? All right, yeah, that card popped out super quick, fast, and we do have this dreamy energy, and I see that often in water sign readings. This doesn't surprise me in the least, but we'll talk about it. There's interesting imagery at play there. But before we start unraveling that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the September subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly do me a favor and illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye. It needs some enlightenment. But into the reading we go. Enough of the plugs, I promise. If you look at this card, this one is linked heavily into sleep and dreams. You see the person with their nightcap, they got their PJs on, there's nonsensical things happening in the imagery. There's also dream catchers, so I get a few different messages when this shows up front and center. One, Spirit may be asking you to get some proper rest and relaxation. You might literally need sleep, you might be having issues sleeping, okay? So rest is important. Another thing I always see with this is the importance of your dreams. So you might be having some very vivid, imaginative dreams. Spirit might be trying to send you messages through your dreams, so pay attention to those. Jot them down. Do a dream journal if necessary. Another vibe with this is the classic water sign imagination, the creativity. So that's a beautiful way to lead off. You might want to embrace that, create something, do some art, make some music, do some writing. Beautiful. So we're going to get into tarot now. As I always say with that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote for us. But we're going to get you 3 tarot cards in the upright, then we'll get the intuitive, juicy stuff. We're using the beautiful Vice Versa Tarot. I've been having a lot of fun with this deck. So let's shuffle it up one time for the Cancerians. My guides, talk to me. So, last week's reading was extremely positive, more than it has been in recent weeks. It was titled Big Victory Incoming, so hopefully you've had one. I always say wins and victories come in different shapes and sizes. Some could be monetary, some could be emotionally. So hopefully something went your way this week, or at the very least you were content. But you know, energy is always fluid, it's always moving up and down, so only take this how it hits for you, okay? Because we could be looking at your energy, we could be looking at energy of those around you. So let's see what we get. Let's go. What do we got for the Cancerians, please? Because, yeah, it does seem like in recent weeks it's been back and forth. It's like we go positive, then we have a rough one, then positive, then a rough one. So let's see what's going on here. We got the King of Wands in position number 1. Interesting stuff. This is very entrepreneurial. Let's keep moving here. Okay, you guys might be amping up, revving motors for something. Okay, we have 2 individuals showing up here, possibly. We have the Queen of Pentacles in position number 2. Let's keep it moving. Interesting. She hasn't been showing much this week, but they're very intriguing archetypes. Okay, we have the Death card on the back end. Do not be nervous about that card. I say that every time it pops up. It doesn't mean physical death. It's more about transformation. So we're going to go through these super fast. Then we'll get into the intuitive, juicy stuff, all right? I'll give you the classical meanings. Now, looking at the whole entire spread, the realm of partnerships for some of you could be highlighted and important because we have a king, we have a queen. It doesn't matter that they're in different suits. So this could represent those that you're connected to energetically. It doesn't just have to be romance. But position number 1, the King of Wands, this could represent a fire sign. So Aries, Leo, Sag. And when I see this guy, all kings represent control of their respective suit. Wands represent your passion, your desires, your inner motor. So when I see him, yes, you could be revving up to do something, wanting to get going, make a move, take an action. This is a good type of card. It's very entrepreneurial. It's good for work. It's good for business. Good father figure card as well. But when I see him, Spirit might be asking you to really analyze what you're focusing your energy towards. Are you putting it towards worthwhile pursuits? Are you wasting your energy on things that you shouldn't be, or frivolous things? These are things that we might want to question. So we'll see what's up with that when we clarify it. Now, moving over, we have the Queen of Pentacles in the center. Now, queens represent the inner. Pentacles, earthy, abundance, earthly matters, family. When I see her, I do think of monetary abundance. She is like the Empress Light when I see her. So we think of blessings, that overflowing abundance, the ultimate mother figure here. So if this doesn't represent an earth sign in your life, when I see the Queen of Pentacles, it is a positive omen, depending on what clarifies her, because all cards have that duality, right? Some are very positive, but sometimes a card could really flip and show us its inner demons. And with the Queen of Pentacles, it could be a bit smothery, right? It could be someone that's a bit stubborn. So we'll see what's up. Now, moving to the very back end, we have the Death card. This could represent a prominent Scorpio in your life. And like I said a little earlier, this doesn't represent physical death or anything like that. This is more about changes. This is more about the cycles of life. When I see this card, I think of somebody remaking themselves, rising from the ashes like a phoenix. For some of you, it could represent karmic situations. And I do believe 2 weeks ago, we had a reading titled Karma Gets Served. So karmic undertones could still be at play. So we're really going to want to clarify this and see what it's about. It could be a cycle coming to an end. It could be some sort of new beginning as well. So we got a lot of stuff to look at here, Cancer. Let's dive deeper. We're going to jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for the Cancerians and see what's going on for my friends, my guides. We got a lot of people showing up this week. So what's going on for Cancer? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on this King. Let's see what he's about. And as always, if you read tarot yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why this box is here. So yeah, if you have a message you want to give to the Cancer Collective, you could just drop it down in the comments. I don't mind. So let's go in on this King of Wands. Why is the King here? It's good to be the King. Thank you. All right. Yeah, we do have the Devil underneath this King of Wands. You really might want to analyze what your wants are here. And I don't want to say this is lust. Like when I'm getting this Devil underneath this King of Wands, there is a want here. There's a desire, and it's very, very strong. Now, I'm not going to tell you if this is positive or negative. I'm not going to tell you if this is work or whatever it might be. If you're not tied to a Capricorn, when we get the Devil in the upright underneath this King of Wands, that is pure desire. And for some of you, it could even be a lusting type of energy. So there is something or someone that you are desiring. This could even be someone desiring you. It's very, very powerful. Okay, this is like overwhelming desire here. So I don't know if that's something you want to keep in check, especially with the Devil energy. For some of you, you might be fighting off temptation of some sort as well, like whether that's keeping your temper in check or your wants, your desires. There is something you might be trying to refrain from. So beware of temptation in this time as well, because these are the archetypes I'm picking up right on the front end. Desire, but also temptation. So we're going to see how the rest of this reading plays out. I'm going to put these cards right back where they belong, and we're going to move on over to that Queen of Pentacles. I mean, I'm not going to be a fearmonger about it. The Devil doesn't always have to be treacherous, right? For some of you, you might feel a little trapped or cornered in a situation that you want to break free from. That's some of you, not all of you. Let's see what's up with that Queen. Where's the Queen of Pentacles here? Yeah, we have the Four of Swords in the upright. We do have another card that's linked to sleep, rest, relaxation. This is really not a movable card. This is somebody that really needs to take a break. I would watch your spending in this time as well. Watch your finances, watch your spending habits, regardless of what you're watching this for. That's the initial vibe I'm catching here. But I'm getting a bit of a stubborn type of energy in the center, like somebody who's has their mind made up, nah, I know what I want. I know what I want to do. I'm firm on this. So I don't know what you might be going through, Cancer, but you might either need to stand firm or you might be going against somebody that's very firm, immovable in their position. That's kind of the vibe I'm picking up here. Okay, do with that what you will. I'm interested to see what goes on with this Death card on the back end, because this Queen and this Four of Swords is completely different than what we got in the beginning. Maybe some of you want to break from an earth sign of some kind. Obviously, that's not everybody. But the desirous, passion-filled energy in the front, this one not budging, not moving. It could be people in different modes, different modalities. So we're going to put her down here. Because we have desire, we have a want for change, a want for action, but then someone that's just standing put, standing firm. So let's see what's up with the Death card. Very interesting. This is a different flavor of reading than I normally get for you, my friends. So this might be someone you're linked to for sure. So what's up with the Death card? And we'll do a quick recap before we get into the Shadow card. Okay, we do have the Emperor in the upright underneath this Death card. Thank you. Some of you really might want to be masters of your own fate, masters of your own path. And I just want to tell you that there's sometimes life will always send you curveballs. Regardless of how well you plan, regardless of how much you think you have it all together, you have your money right, you have this right, everything's going according to plan, life will throw you a curveball. Now, with the Emperor in the upright underneath the Death card, this to me is someone that's trying to control their own fate or wants to control their own fate. Like, no, I want to do this. I want this cycle to kick in. So do with this what you will. For some of you, yeah, it could be connected to a father figure or an Aries with the Emperor there, but it is control based. Now, we can't control the wheels of karma. We can't control the universal cycles that we go through. Yes, we do have influence. I don't believe that we have no control, but just know that life is always going to throw you curveballs, okay, whether you expect it or not. So I do feel like I should say expect the unexpected with a card like this, whether good, bad, or indifferent, all right? It doesn't have to be anything scary or anything like that, but there is this energy of like something out of your hands or something out of your control might crop up. Let's go through. I'll give you a quick recap of this and we'll get into the Shadow card. Interesting reading, very layered this week, but in position number 1, we have the King of Wands with the Devil in the upright. So yeah, maybe some of you are button heads with a Capricorn here. If not, I said this felt very desirous, so a lot of you might be burning hot in this time. You might be desiring or wanting something. Also, this is Spirit trying to warn you against temptation. You might be tempted in this time, but this is somebody that wants something. They want something and they want to do something. They want it now. It's very fiery. Moving to the center, we have something completely different. This is somebody or something standing firm, saying like, oh, well, maybe that's what you want, but I know what I want. I'm good here. Queen of Pentacles, 4 Swords in the upright. So maybe some of you need a rest from an earth sign. If that's not it, when I see this action here, it's very, very planted and firm. You might be dealing with a stubborn individual, or you might need to take a stand yourself. But moving to the back end, we have the energy of somebody wanting to control their own fate with the Death card and the Emperor in the upright. And just know, you should always expect the unexpected. Life is all about the twists and turns. It doesn't matter how well we plan. There's always going to be curveballs. And that's like the main message I get there. Of course, there could be other things, depending on the zodiac signs you're linked to. But interesting spread this week. We're going to get one Shadow card, Cancer. Let's see what's going on for my Cancerian friends. Yeah, I do feel like for a bunch of you, this could be the energy of someone you're linked to, at least showing up here, because this doesn't feel like it normally feels for a Cancer reading. So let's get one card out here. What's in the shadows for Cancer? What is in the shadows? We're using the Shadowland Tarot, as always. It's a perfect way to do some introspection at the end of the reading. Okay, we have the 9 of Cups here showing up in the shadows. Now remember, when we do the shadow side of the reading, we're talking about the inverse of the card. This is usually wish fulfillment. But once again, we're linking in with that King of Wands Devil energy of desire, wanting something, temptation. This card is always a warning against overindulgence of any pleasure of the flesh. So just know in this time you might be tempted, okay, in some way or fashion. Don't overindulge. Don't be too welcoming either with individuals. That's a vibe I'm catching here with this 9 of Cups in the back end. Also, I have to say it, be careful what you wish for. So Cancer, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet. I'm going to give you the details of the September subscriber surprise. For the September subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful, wonderful Vice Versa Tarot. This is the deck that I'm using in all the readings for September. So if you'd like to get your name in, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments, what is your favorite use for tarot? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month going into October, I'll put the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.